All right, shalom, shalom. Before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rechak, Wadash, which Yahweh, that's the Heavenly Father's true name. Yahweh Shai, that's whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is his true name. And Rechak, Wadash, that's the Holy Spirit. And we're also going to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who won't teach you on the scriptures, and salutations to all you brothers out there. And we're going to get into this lesson here. It's going to be a response to this video that Elder Malcolm sent us. And it's entitled The Truth About Ashkenazi Jews. And it's from the YouTube channel Unpacked. Okay? And pretty much this video is going into how, you know, the Jews that are in the land of, Israel right now are the true, the true people of the Lord, okay? And that this whole, what they call, okay, the Khazarian theory, okay, that's a false statement, which really it's actually a true statement, okay? And we'll get into that history in a little bit, all right? Really, you Jewish people, okay, you come from the Khazarian Empire, which really you go back to the Amalekite Empire, all right, which Amalek is a tribe from Edom, okay?
The top tribe.
Yep, the top tribe of Edom, which really you're all Edomites, all right? You so-called white people, that's your true biblical nationality, all right? But, pretty much people are trying to run from this, all right? They're trying to basically say that, this is just a theory, all right? It's not facts, even though you have several, authors come out with legitimate information about, these people, but they're saying it's false, that it's all false. And here's the funny thing. The people that are writing these books are actually Jewish themselves.
Yep.
That's the funny thing, okay? That's the funny thing about it, all right? But see, what's happening is these people have written these books, let's say decades ago, 100 years, 200 years ago, right? No one paid attention to these books, right? The only people that knew about them were a small selective group of people, right? But see, what's happening right now is in this earth, the Lord is basically pushing forth the truth, okay? And now the true Israelites, which consist of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, are taking these books and using it against you. And now all of a sudden, these books that are made, that's just misinformation. Right. That's falsehood. Don't listen to that, okay? Oh, well, if you do, now you're anti-Semitic.
Yeah, right. How the hell? Because so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the Edomites, which you so-called white people, you're all Shemitic. It's Shemitic. It's not Semitic. It's Shem. Y'all all come from the line of Shem, right along with the so-called Chinese, which is they from Moab. The so-called Japanese, which are from the tribe of Ammon. The Ishmaelites was so-called Arabs.
Yep.
They all from the line of Shem, man. All right.
Yeah.
So that's what you do. You demonize people who bring out the truth on your ass. That's all it is. To demonize. You talking about these conspiracy theories. You demonize them, man. Whenever they bring out the fact, the truth, exposing your bullshit lies, man.
That's right. And we'll get this scripture here. We'll start off with Proverbs chapter 12, verse 19, and it reads, "The lip of truth shall be established forever."
Yeah. The lip of truth should be. You can't get rid of the truth. And like we've been saying, famous quote from Malcolm. He said, "You don't need to push the truth over and over and over and over again." All right. Well, if something's pushed over and over and over again, that should let you know it's a lie, because that's what this devil does. You just keep pushing it over and over again. That's him using his witchcraft, man, to put you to enchant you, put you under spell to believe a bullshit lie, man.
That's right.
That's why when it's a lie, he got to push it over and over again, man. You don't need to do that with the truth.
Yeah, because what it is if something's pushed onto you so much, you start accepting it.
Yep.
All right. And you see, truth is truth. It's like like simple math, because math really means truth in the Hebrew. It's a math.
Yep.
All right. Hey, 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4. Yep. That's it. You can't.
Straightforward and direct.
Yep, that's right. All right. But I'm going to finish this off. It says Proverbs 12 and 19. I'm going to read it again. The lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment.
Yeah, because the Lord gave you a little season of rule, and He allowed you to push your deceptive lies throughout the world. But now your time is up. So now the Lord is bringing down them lies and rising up, declaring the truth again, man.
Yeah, isn't that in 2nd Ezra?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
I'm after I grab it.
I'll get something while you get there. I'm gonna get that Jeremiah. Because right now, see what's happening is Esau is being exposed because this is his time to get exposed. All right. He basically rose in power. All right. And he used lies and deception to gain power, okay? And now he's getting brought down by what? Truth. And it says in 2 Thessalonians that the man of perdition, the man of sin, must be revealed.
Yes.
All right? In his time.
Yeah.
And this is his time. This is Esau's Edom time, okay? This is his kingdom. And before he gets thrown down, before the Lord makes his second return, he's going to get exposed first.
Yeah.
And you got something to say?
No, it tell you that in 2 Thessalonians 2:8, it says, shall destroy him with the mouth, and then the brightness of his coming. I forget how it's quoting word for word, but you can read it in 2 Thessalonians 2:8. See, that's the process the Lord is doing. Before the Lord physically take you devils out of power, He got to expose you first, man. And that's how you got your power, through your lies, man, and deception.
That's right.
So that's actually taking you out of power by you getting exposed, man. See, you're reaching the bounds you cannot pass, as it tell you in Job 14:5. So that's a sign alone to let us know that we're close to your end, because now the Lord is exposing you, man. Lifting up the skirt.
Yep. Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. Okay? And your secret places are, it's talking about, basically your counsels, your hidden counsels, okay? Your secret meetings that you've had. Hey, because before they pushed forth this lie, they talked about it. They discussed it amongst themselves on how to, push forth this agenda that they had, okay? You see? But the Lord has uncovered it. This is all through the Spirit of the Lord, by the way, all right? And it says, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Yep.
Okay? See, these lies are getting gobbled up by truth, and now that's becoming a problem for you. And that's why we're going to enter into the time of what? The famine of the word. That's why they're going to do what again? As they did in the book of Maccabees. Burn up the Bibles. All right? Anybody that has, any information or a Bible in their, Bible in their hand, they're going to do what? They're going to put them in jail, persecute them, kill them.
See, that's all. Since he can't hide himself, all he got left is to be carnal.
Yep.
That's how this devil operates. Whenever he can't, he's a big ass fucking child, man.
Yeah, he's throwing a temper
tantrum. When he can't have his way, him having his way, have everybody deceived and have his evil, wicked plans work, man. Now it ain't working for him. Now you want to have a bitch fit. Pretty
much. It says his seed is spoiling his brother and his neighbors, and he is not. And that's going into when you get your judgment. All right. Did you have a scripture?
Yeah, the second Ezra 6:27.
All right.
For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched.
Ooh.
And the Lord's he's in the process of doing that now, quenching that deceit.
6 and what?
6:27.
6:27. Kind of got it.
So it says, for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish, and more, Most High giving that gift of faith to Jake more and more, man. To believe on him and not trusting this damn devil, man. All right. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. Because you devils got corrupt written all over your damn face, man. You are the devil, man. That the Bible speaks of, man. So it says, as for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. As for and the truth, which had been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Ooh, that's what's happening. This truth is being declared throughout the entire world. You're basically, what's happening, see, with the Edomite race, they're getting put on blast right now. They are basically in the courtroom, and evidence is being, just, it's pouring out. Oh, well, we got this, we got that, we got this. Here's more evidence of you doing that. You did this. And now they're overwhelmed. And they're trying to basically say, no, that's not true. That's falsehood.
and then they take
even though this is me on camera, but that's not me.
Yeah. That's how the devil operate, man. You got caught red-handed, you still lie.
They call it plausible deniability.
Yeah.
You know.
Which this devil got a mental disorder. Like he's crazy.
He's delusional.
Delusional.
Out of his goddamn
yeah,
mind.
which that's a mental disorder actually.
Yep.
Because this dude is out of his fucking mind, man. He crazy.
Yeah, this guy's literally out of his mind.
You know.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah. They
All
showed you that in that what was that movie you showed me? What was it, American
Psycho?
American Psycho.
Yeah, with Batman, right? With
yeah,
Christian Bale.
Yeah,
American Psycho. Yep.
That's how this devil. That's how he really is, man. He come out here. See, you people, you deceive. See, he transforms into something he's not when he's out here in public, man. You think he's a normal guy, but behind closed doors, he's his true self.
Yeah, he's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
he's Bruce Wayne. You know, player. You know, bachelor, billionaire. You know, philanthropist.
Yeah.
You know, but behind closed doors, he's a goddamn psycho, man. All right, this guy wants to kill you. Even Batman himself, right? Even though he's supposed to be a good guy, he was literally crazy.
Yeah.
When you look at his character, he's literally insane, man.
Yep.
You know, gotta get justice.
Yeah.
And it's not just you know the people that killed his parents. No, everybody now.
Yeah.
Justice. You know.
Yeah, but you ain't supposed to get no justice when come out you so-called Negro, Latino, named American. You supposed to forget everything.
This guy's bugged out. But yeah, is that it on the opening scriptures?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna play some of this the video, and we're gonna pull out some more scriptures. All right, we gotta listen to this close. All right. Well, let me turn off the airplane mode. Hopefully nobody calls.
Oh yeah.
Give it one moment. Look at this. All of a sudden, no bars.
Wow.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. Let's just see if it works.
What happens when someone tries to revise the history of your people? This is something that Ashkenazi Jews face due to a false but oft-repeated academic theory about their ancestral origin.
Can you hear
What
it?
is this debunked origin
I
story?
can't really hear that well.
Why are some people sharing it? And what
Salak,
happened?
you give us one moment.
I think you're on the side where the speaker is.
Yeah, I got it. I'll pause it and.
Okay, calm.
Happens when someone tries to revise the history of your people? This is something that Ashkenazi Jews face due to a false but oft-repeated academic theory about their ancestral origin. What is this debunked origin story? Why are some people sharing it? And what does it say about Ashkenazi Jews and, more importantly, those who are spreading disinformation about them?
Talking about spreading disinformation. It's not disinformation. These are just facts that is basically getting pushed forth by your own scholars.
Yeah.
This is not disinformation. This is just truth. Can you if you can, Babu Kashal, what does it say? Have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Was that Galatians, I think?
Yeah, Galatians, I got you.
Because that's what's happening. You see, you Edomites, all right, you have a problem with truth, okay? And anybody that starts bringing out truth, now all of a sudden they're delusional, they're, how we say, conspiracy theorists, they're anti-Semitic. But really, it's just you have a problem with somebody that tells you the truth. Have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Yeah, Khan. This is Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? And that's a rhetorical question. Yes, you do. In a society that's all about lies and deception, you do become the enemy to this damn devil when you tell the truth, man. And guess what? He gonna accuse the brothers, lie to them, saying they terrorists, which he know because scriptures say the wicked watches the righteous, seeking to slay him. That's part of him slaying the righteous. Is lying on him, accusing them of something that they're not, man. Because you watch brothers all the time. You know brothers ain't plotting to come against you. But what the problem is that they're telling the truth. And what makes you more mad is that brothers not on that, man. We waiting on our power. We ain't got no power to do nothing to you. And that's what makes you even more madder. So now you got to make up some bullshit. You got work to do to make up some bullshit lie, have your little stupid ass meetings with brothers on the damn board and shit. We got to figure out how to stop these guys. They bring out so much truth. That's what the problem is. Mm-hmm. The fact that we bring out the truth. So that's enough for you to falsely accuse them. But guess what? The Lord gonna deal with you on that too.
Yep.
First, some necessary background info. The two largest communities or denominations within Judaism are Sephardim and Ashkenazim. Today's Sephardim, or Sephardic Jews, are the descendants of the Jews who arrived on the Iberian Peninsula after the Babylonian and Roman exiles, before fleeing to southern Europe, the Balkans, and North Africa after the Alhambra decree, a record that is not contested. Ashkenazim, or Ashkenazi Jews, are those whose ancestors arrived in the Danube Valley and Rhineland areas after the Roman exile, with some accounts dating as far back as 321 CE.
And they talked about the Roman exile, right? Now, there are books. These books are, the scholars have made this themselves, and they talk about that great persecution that happened in 70 AD, and how they fled. It talked about, was it 1 million, 100 million? They call them so-called black Jews, fled down to Africa. That's recorded. What book was that again?
You talking about in the Bible?
Or is it the Zondervan's?
Oh yeah. Zondervan's Bible Dictionary.
All right. It says that, if I'm not mistaken, or is it Zondervan? Can you type that in? 100 million. I think it's 100 million. Say, put in black Jews.
Okay.
Fleeing to West Africa. That's a fact. Okay, that the scholars have made. Okay, hey, look, the Israelites, when that whole 70 AD persecution happened, they didn't just flee into Europe. Now that was our people did flee into Europe though.
Yeah.
Okay, different parts of Europe. They fled into Asia. That's no doubt about it. But the main places where they fled to was Western Africa, man. Okay, and that was mainly the Southern Kingdom. Oh, you got that?
I believe so. I believe it's thanks, Aunt. Let's see.
Give us one moment. Don't even type in Zondervan's, just type in the one thing. Because I don't know if it's Zondervan's for sure.
Okay.
Just put like I don't know if it's 1 million or if it's 100 million black Jews fleeing into Western Africa. Should pop up something like that.
Jews fled.
All right, but that's what happened, all right. And you see, these guys, they don't want to acknowledge these things because it doesn't benefit them.
That's it. That's the whole point.
Okay.
That's why they delusional. Because Esau hates the truth. That's just the bottom line, man. Let me see.
Did it pop up?
I typed 100 million fled to Western.
Yeah, it's probably this one right here. See, now they're being funny with this stuff. It's all good, you know what? But then they'll say, "Oh, this is disinformation because you don't have." Look, man, you guys have taken out so much truth on the internet. It's hard to find stuff now.
Yeah,
I'll put it like that.
Because you have the power to do so, man. But see, you say that. How we know your lies are valid?
Yeah, how, exactly. How do I know that what you're saying is the truth?
Yeah.
No,
you ain't supposed to question them though.
Nah, it's all good though. If the brother finds it, so be it. I'm gonna keep playing. If you can find it, then we'll bring it out. Let me keep playing. No.
But there are some who call these historical events into question. A hypothesis dating back to the late 1800s states that Ashkenazi Jews are all descendants of the Khazars. In the 600s CE, in southeast Russia, a multi-ethnic conglomerate of Turkic people founded a powerful state made up of people from many different ethnicities. This was the kingdom of Khazaria. The theory goes that in the 8th century, the Khazar ruling class converted en masse to Judaism on the instruction of their ruler. According to this line of reasoning, these Jews didn't migrate from Jerusalem and Babylonia into France and Germany, but rather...
And I gotta say this, the reason why they converted was because of this, all right? As the one brother, he made this beautiful, okay? Basically PowerPoint clip, so to speak, right? On Kagan Bolin, all right? Which was the king of the Khazarian Empire. And he pretty much This is the reason why he told his people, because this is what happened, by the way. Those Khazars converted into two different ethnic groups, okay, or religious groups. I'm not gonna say ethnic groups, Salaki, let me rephrase that. Religious groups. They became Jewish, okay. One group became Jewish, and the other group became those Muslims, okay, out there in Turkey, okay. Because really, the Turkish people are the same people as the Jewish people. They just believe in two different faiths, but they are the exact same people. That's why when you actually line them up together, they look like the same people, because really that's what they are. All right, but what it says here is Bolin was a Khazarian king who led the conversion of the Khazars to Judaism in 740 AD, surrounded by Muslim and Christian forces. You see, basically they were getting, surrounded, okay? And they were getting, pretty much slaughtered, So what did they have to do? Because it says here, I'm going to keep reading, it says, being a pagan nation made him a target for invasion. And you see, during that time period, they weren't playing around. Either you were Christians or you were, a Muslim. That was it. That's what was going on in the world. So in order to make sure that they didn't get slaughtered, they said, look, man, we're going to have to convert to either or. And the majority of them did what? They converted to Judaism. All right? And it says here, for safety, he decided to convert his kingdom to a neutral belief of Judaism. And since the original Hebrew people were lost, the original Hebrew people were lost, okay? Because by that point, what happened? The Israelites, they left the land of Israel. We got kicked out by the Heavenly Father, all right? Through the Romans.
Yeah.
Okay? And where was the majority of the Israelites at that point? Western Africa. And the reason why the Israelites left the land of Israel and fled to Western Africa is because the Southern Kingdom, the so-called blacks, okay, Haitians and West Indian people, all right, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the reason why they went to West Africa is because they can blend in with Ham, all right, the Hamites, which are the true Africans, okay?
Which is another dark-skinned nation of people, man.
Yep, that's why they did that. So they can mix and mingle and hide, so they wouldn't be persecuted and killed. Simple as that. That's why in the scriptures, that's why whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which his name is Yahweh Shai, he went from the land of Israel, his parents, Joseph and Mary and himself, they went from the land of Israel to where? Egypt. And why is that? So they can blend in. All right? When what was his name?
It was Haman.
No, not Haman. It was a Pontius. What's that dude's name? It's in the Matthew
second chapter.
The second chapter. What is his name? Why is it slipping my mind right now? It's not Pontius Pilate either. What's his name?
No, it can't be.
What's that guy's name?
I'll go to it. So
Hey, man,
it's giving me a hard time finding that 70 AD.
It's all good, man. They probably took it out too.
Yeah.
Knowing them. Hey, you type anything in Google, man. If it ain't, benefiting them, they're removing it. All right. But basically, you had the king out there, King Herod. There we go. All right.
Okay.
He was killing babies that were what age? From 2 and under. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the chosen king, which was Yahweh Shai, all right, he was born. All right, the real true king of the Jews. And at that time, even those, because King Herod was an Amalekite that converted to Judaism, so he can basically get those. And he was a so-called mixed breed, by the way. His dad was an Edomite, his mom was an Israelite woman. So they put him into power, okay, to basically give that illusion that he was an Israelite, but he really wasn't. And he wanted to be the king of the Jews, but the real king of the Jews, which was Yahweh Shai, he was he got boring, okay, and he wanted to kill all the males.
Mm-hmm. Which that didn't work.
Yep.
See, you can't stop the will of the Lord. See, they was warned to flee from that, man.
Yep, exactly. Yep, the angel came.
The angel came to warn them to flee. So that proves right there. So he took him to hide. He took Yahweh Shai. They told Yahweh Shai to go to the land of Egypt to hide among the Ham, which is another dark-skinned race of people, which that alone proves he's not an Edomite, a so-called white person, man.
Yep.
I mean, come on, man. That's common sense, man.
Mm-hmm.
Which you people don't have no way. Because you see, it just go back to you people. You just hate the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. So whenever they say that who the world can call Jesus Christ is a so-called dark-skinned man, you have a problem with that.
Especially when they say, "Oh, he's a black man."
Yeah.
In particular,
Yep.
they hate knowing the fact that black so-called blacks are Judites.
Yeah.
They hate that, man. That really gets under their skin, man. All the tribes, but in particular Judah, man. They hate it.
Yeah.
You know?
Because they hate it. You hate it. That's by these people. That's just what it's boiled down to, man. Shit. And they come with all this bullshit all of a sudden. When you say they come with this bullshit, oh, the Lord could be anything. Why is he a damn Edomite image up throughout the world then?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But I'm gonna keep reading. It says, convert his king. For safety, he decided to convert his kingdom to a neutral belief of Judaism. And since the original Hebrew people were lost, taking their identity and hiding its pagan rituals and languages with the Hebrew characters, which is known as Yiddish, would be easy. And maybe you can get that Micah, because I think you wanted that. That was the Micah 2. Because how it said there, since those Hebrew people were lost, it was easy to take their identity. Okay?
It's Micah 2:1. Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil. And woe means destruction, man. So, Lord, they say you devils got a lot to pay for, man. The Most High kept record of all the wicked shit you done and still doing. He's still keeping record of it.
Mm-hmm.
It says, woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed. When the morning is light, they practice. In the scripture in Proverbs, the 4th chapter, it tells you he can't even get a good night's sleep unless he calls something to fall, man. All right. So it says, and work evil upon their beds. And when the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hands. And the power was given to them by Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai to do. They had the power to do it. All right.
Is that it on there?
No. It says, and they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away.
Mm-hmm.
So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And no other nation of people has stolen anybody's heritage but you damn devils, man. All right? Because we was in captivity under these other nations, we at least knew who the hell we were. Under you goddamn devils, we don't even know who the hell we are. Matter of fact, going back to the Romans and the Greeks, you made it against the law for us to keep our customs, man. And you put Jake to death, who kept the law, statute, commandments of the Lord, man. And that's going on right now, today. Jake, let you call off work, and you give your boss a reason. Oh, it's Shabbat. Watch how fast he fire you. You can't even keep your law. You can't keep the law, statute, commandments. You can't even keep your own customs here under the rule of this damn devil, man.
Yep.
All right.
I got a little bit more. It says in the Shether letters, Khazar King Joseph traces his lineage back to King Bolan and explained the reform of Khazar ruler Obadiah, responsible for much of his kingdom's Jewish conversion. Today, so-called Jews are descendants of the Khazars and have no blood ties to the Hebrews of the Bible. Okay. And it says they have clearly hidden their identity from the outside world while inwardly continuing their pagan worship of their god Rephaim, also called Molech, worshiping the star of Rephaim, which they now call the Star of David, and was the seal used to identify Khazaria. With their false identity, they've gained control of much of the world's leading industries. Yep, and that's pretty much how they've done everything. All right, through falsehood and lies and deception. All right.
The thief coming not, but still kill and destroy.
Yep. That's right. I'm gonna play a little bit more of the sock. Still got a couple minutes.
Migrated from modern Russia and Ukraine. The lack of proof for the theory hasn't prevented it from catching on with a number of geneticists, historians, linguists, and laypeople. It even has support from academics.
You guys talking about genes? Look, your own science doesn't prove anything. Your people, okay, who talk about what do you call that? You know, you're the DNA and all that stuff. You know, they got all those DNA tests and this and that, carbon dating and all that.
Yeah.
That stuff is all theories. It's not proven facts. Okay. And what's true is what's in the scriptures. That's the oldest record book known to mankind. Okay, and it never describes the Israelites looking like you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, doesn't look like a Edomite. No way, no sir.
Then the scripture tell you that the true people of the Lord is going to be under these curses, man. And curses we read in Deuteronomy 28 and 15 on down 68. It don't fit you, man, at all. But it fits the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You own every damn thing. The scripture say the true people was gonna be at the bottom, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We'll keep reading or keep listening to this.
Universities in Tel Aviv and Sheffield, England. The problem is that the kingdom of Khazaria was destroyed sometime in the late first millennium, and the next time we have records of Jews in that area, today's Western Ukraine and Belarus, is over 400 years later. Additionally, DNA tests have shown a close relationship between Ashkenazi and Sephardic Jews, as well as a connection to other Middle Eastern people, but no connection between Ashkenazi Jews and the Khazars. The Khazar theory is also dead on arrival from a linguistic perspective. The main language of the Ashkenazi Jews, Yiddish, shows no trace of Turkic origin. Yiddish is considered a Germanic language, with Hebrew and Aramaic words thrown in. As the Yiddish linguist and author Alexander Bieder puts it, the personal names and surnames borne by Jews in Eastern Europe during the last 6 centuries, as well as the Yiddish language as a whole, do not contain any link to Khazaria. So, who's pushing this theory?
Salakia, to make a point, okay? You talked about how the surnames, they're not, there's no connection between the Khazarian Empire and these European languages and all that stuff, right? Because look, Esau has changed his name nonstop. I'll give a perfect example. Whom the world knows as the Rothschilds, right? Their former name was actually called the Bowers.
Yep.
Okay.
Maya M. Shabawa, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, which who cares anyway.
Yep. Okay. So point being though is, you have always changed your identity, your names. Okay, and that's what a fugitive does. Because can you get that? He's a fugitive. He's a vagabond.
Yeah, I got you.
A fugitive and a vagabond. Because look, you Edomites, which in your past lifetime you were Cain. Okay. All right. You are a people of you are fugitives basically. Okay. You're vagabonds. All right.
Okay.
And a vagabond and a fugitive, what do? In order to escape, justice, they move around nonstop, which that's what your people do. Even to this day, you're constantly moving around, and you change names and identity. You change your look. Mm-hmm. That's why. What do? They like to shave now, cut their hair. They do all these things to hide their identity.
Hey, it showed you that there's an actual movie called The Fugitives, played by Harrison Ford.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what he did. What you describing, man. He was on the run, man.
Yep.
All right, and he did the same shit. Cause at the beginning he had long hair, a beard. Then when he's on the run, he cut his beard off, cut his hair shorter. Yep. He's so much. It was so bad. Remember the scene? He's willing to sacrifice himself before getting caught, man. I mean, he jumped down that big ass dam.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
He's like, man, I ain't going. He's like, I really care. Which in a way, I don't blame him. Yeah, shit, because he's accused of something he didn't do. But yeah, actually made a movie on The Fugitive.
That's right.
So Esau, he's a fugitive on the run, man. So this is Genesis.
And can I say this too, real quick? Even in today's society, don't people change their name legally?
Yeah.
All the time. So why wouldn't they do it in the past? That's all I want to say. To say.
Yeah. Kind of.
There's a point right there too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these names don't link up. Well, why would you want them to link up? Why aren't you? They're trying to hide from their past.
Right. So of course they're gonna change it to hide from their past. All right. So your point is not valid at all, man. You know. See, the most I can put in this running shit, man. That's what you people doing, running from the truth.
Yeah,
Lord getting ready to put an end to it.
They're gonna hit a dead end soon.
Yeah. You know. So this is Genesis. You can get to the point. Genesis 4:11, and now art thou cursed from the earth.
Yeah, that's talking about Cain.
Yep.
Which, like I said, you Edomites, in your past life, or your past carnation, you were Cain, and you're cursed. And how are you cursed? Because one, you got your pigmentation taken away, okay, from you. That's why you're red. You're not really white, anyways. You're red.
Yep.
You have lack of pigmentation, and then two, you're the cursed people, the people that are going to be destroyed.
That's it, bro. Yeah, that's what that mark was talking about. When Cain got that mark,
Yep.
I mean, he stripped him of his pigmentation. And Cain came back as Esau to play that out, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau's the forefather of you Edomites today, man. All right. So it says, and now art thou cursed from the earth, which had opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood in thy hand. So you murdered your brother when you Abel, and you're doing it right now.
Or when he was Cain.
Yeah, constant the water. Shit, you murdered Abel when you was Cain, and you're doing it right now. What do you think this zombie juice is? All right, and you pushing it heavily on so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. You trying to get them take it, to take this zombie juice, man. That's a form of murdering your brother today.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it says, when thou tillest the ground, it should not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. And the earth is weak. Ever since the devil been in power, the earth is weaker than it's ever been, man.
Yep.
All right. Because I can say one thing: he don't keep the land Sabbath. He worked the land to death. This man just cursed, man. We need deliverance from this dude, man. All right. Man, you got fake trees out here, man. Under the rulership of this damn devil, man. So it says, when thou tillest the ground, it should not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. So you're always on the run, man.
Yep. Trying to escape justice.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna keep playing this.
And academics, for one. Their hypothesis got a big bump in 1976 when a writer and amateur anthropologist named Arthur Koestler published the now debunked book, The 13th Tribe. Koestler thought that by proving Ashkenazi Jews were actually more European than Semitic, it would upend the foundations of European anti-Semitism. Ironically, Kessler's claims only served to feed anti-Semitism by accidentally resurrecting a theory that would only go on to serve the interests of bigots and the uninformed.
See, here's the thing. So that book, the guy said that basically that 13th Tribe book, right, by Arthur Koestler, right? That was to basically combat anti-Semitism, according to what they're saying. See, what happened was the Lord put the Spirit. Can you get their own tongue shall fall upon themselves, Baba Husha?
I got you.
See, what happened was the Lord put a spirit on that guy to write that book, and basically what happened was the original plan for what it was intended for, it basically backfired on him. Okay, because so what happened was people started reading that book and saying, wait a minute, so you guys aren't the real people of the Lord? You're not the real Israelites of the Bible?
That's it.
And now all of a sudden, that's disinformation. That's, misleading people. It's not correct.
Right.
Madness, man.
The nerve of him, that's what he's all about, is misleading people, man.
Yep.
When somebody bring out you got nerve to say that shit. This man's a damn devil, man. This is Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them shall flee away.
Yeah, and that's basically what happened. Okay, more information is coming out on them by their own selves, and now people are looking at them like, well, this is really what you guys are about? This is the truth about you? So no one's wanting to be amongst you, okay? They don't want any dealings with you, all right? And now you're mad about that because you can't have everybody under your thumb.
Yep.
All right, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, you want everybody on his thumb, right? And now people don't want to rely on you no more. They want to do their own thing now, since they figuring out what you all about now.
All right, I'm gonna keep playing.
Supporters expounded upon his claims even further, while detractors called it anti-Semitic. But why would the hypothesis be anti-Semitic instead of just another scholarly theory? It makes more sense when you look at some of the recent supporters of the theory, especially those outside of academia. These include online commenters.
It's like you said, outside of academia, all right? Because it's supposed to be a scholarly thing. That's what they're talking about, right? So you guys are mad that, in particular, the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, are now using what you guys have put out there against you.
Yep.
That's what you're mad about, really. Now, of course, you're going to have a couple Arabs, here and there, bring out something, these Palestinians and, maybe an Iranian, so on and so forth, right? But the main people that you're mad about, but you don't want to put it in this video because you know that means if you put it in this video, that means people are going to do research. Well, who are these Israelites then? And then they're going to do, who are the Hebrew Israelites? Who are these guys? Who are these people? And they're going to start looking into it. Then people are going to start seeing, what things are really about. They're going to start actually hearing the true truth, okay? People are going to actually start hearing what the Bible really says, ultimately, okay?
To delegitimize the Jewish people by classifying them as a fake nation, and even political leaders like the Palestinian Authority leader Mahmoud Abbas. In a 2018 speech delivered to the Palestinian Liberation Organization's legislative body, Abbas quoted Kessler and his theory that Ashkenazi Jews are descended from the Khazars, not the biblical Israelites. The allure of the hypothesis to someone like Abbas is clear. It delegitimizes Jewish claims on the land of Israel. If Ashkenazim came from what's now Russia, then the assertions of an ancestral nationhood in the ancient land of Israel are easily dismissed. Too bad for Abbas.
Exactly. See, that's what's happening. People are, pretty much exposing you through your own words, okay? And really what happens is that debunks that you are the true people, and that means that you really aren't supposed to be in that land, which we know as Israelites, we know you're not supposed to be in that land because quick scripture to cut you guys is in Isaiah, the 2nd chapter. It talks about when the real Israelites return into the land of the land of Israel, that there should be no war. Yep. Since you guys gone into that land, there's been nothing but an increase in war throughout the entire world. So that scripture alone proves and cuts that you are not the true people of the Lord. But you know who it proves who you are? You're Esau.
Yep.
Because it proves that you're that red horse spoken about in the book of Genesis or Revelation. That you're the people that were blessed with what? The sword. Okay? That you're the people, the Lord's cursed people.
That's it.
Idumean, which means Edom in Greek.
Yep.
My cursed people.
Yep.
That's who you are. That is that's your identity. You are Esau Edom, and you've been trying to run away from that. You guys somehow?
Yeah, this Hosea 1:10. Yet the number of the children of Israel should be as the sand of the sea. So that proves Israel is the biggest nation on the planet, even though you'll lie and say they're the minority.
Oh yeah, because when they always talk about how that blacks and Hispanics, they're like cockroaches. They're just popping up out of nowhere all the damn time. You know what I mean? I'll say this. I've heard, you know how what I do for work and all that. And I remember listening to these Jewish, people talk. And then the people were talking about, camps, right? Summer camps, because they had like the woman had two, teenage daughters. And what's funny is they were talking, right? The teenage daughters. And all these Jewish people know each other, even though they're from different states. If you're supposed to be the people that are like the sand of the sea, there should be so many of you that you don't even know who's who, basically, in a sense where it's like, well, I don't know who are you? Like, oh, you're from this tribe. Oh, you're this person's son and daughter, blah, blah, blah. Or you're this person's father, or you're this person's mother. These people actually know each other.
Yep.
And that's because they're the minority. They don't have a lot of them. Even when you look into their families, they only have, 2, 3, 4 kids at most? Our people, they got 10 kids without even trying.
That's it. So it says, yet the number of children of Israel should be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And here's the point right here. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it said unto them, ye are not my people, there it should be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. So
that's right.
Who else is this? Because ain't nobody coming up against you when you say you the people, but they always come up against the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American. That's fulfillment of this scripture I just read.
Yeah, and according to what you guys said, you guys you've known who you were the whole time, pretty much. Oh, that you guys fled from you had the Ashkenazi Jews. They fled into Europe during the time of 70 A.D. And the I forgot the second group, the Sephardic Jews. They fled into that western point, all right, of Europe, by over there by like basically Spain and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Spain, you know, Morocco. You know what I mean? Northern Africa. They fled over there during the Babylonian exile. So according to what you guys are saying, you've always known who you are.
Which just showed, go back to what we said earlier. You don't fit the prophecies because it said the real people of the Lord is going to discontinue from their heritage, man.
That's right. Okay, we got a little bit more.
That the science is not on his side, and that the genetic findings of Ashkenazi Jews point to people of Middle Eastern origin, not Turkic or Russian. It's also worth stating that the theory, and the subsequent not your land accusations thrown at Jews, completely discounts Sephardi and other Jewish communities, and makes it seem as if Ashkenazim and Ashkenazim alone are the only Jews, which is of course preposterous. It's not a stretch to say that throughout the centuries, anti-Semitic, xenophobic, and racist tropes have followed a
Can I say this? The only reason why people don't like you throughout the whole time period, right? Or, you know, throughout the whole, just throughout time, right? Why people don't like you, Jewish people, is because you are rats. You've been kicked out of lands because you have basically had ill dealings with people. You have always basically backstabbed people. Okay, you broke your covenants, your contracts all the time. So when these people talk about, oh well, we've been spread over here to there, we've been kicked out of this land and that land, because they try to say that fulfills the scriptures where it says, basically we're going to be scattered all over.
Yeah.
You weren't scattered because of slavery. You were scattered because people kicked you out of the land because of your BS, man. Okay? That's why you got kicked out. That's why people don't like you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Now you want to play victim. Now.
Exactly.
That's what this devil always do.
Yeah, exactly. If anytime anybody brings up truth and you speak against them, now all of a sudden anti-Semitic, that's the first thing that they throw out.
Yeah, man.
Like this guy.
Yeah, Khan. You did all this ill dealings. You persecute people. You put them in captivity. You oppressing them. But when somebody hates you, ain't nobody gonna still be your buddy after you did all this ill dealing, this fucked up shit to them, man. Come on, man. Let's be fucking for real here, man. Damn devil. But obviously you ain't about that because you're a fucking psychopath bugged out, man.
Similar path. Unfounded ideas that gain a foothold because they serve the interests of anti-religious bigotry, claims of genetic superiority, and political ostracism. It's always fun to learn about conspiracy theories. Sure, everyone loves believing that Tupac is still alive, that there was a second shooter on the grassy knoll, or that the moon landing was nothing but a Stanley Kubrick short film. But let's remember that they are just that. Conspiracy theories.
Well, I gotta say this. Look, conspiracy, yes. Theory, no. That's why I'll say, see, you guys like to throw that term out there, which that's a known fact, all right, that was pushed, okay, in by the CIA. I forget I don't know if it was the 50s or 60s. I gotta double check, but I know it was either the 50s or 60s. That term was pushed, okay, when people were uncovering the truth.
Yeah. And
so they basically used that term to make people look like they were pretty much out of their minds, and that they were basically they had mental illness. Okay, Salakia.
They're an entertaining showcase of the human imagination, but to take them seriously without doing some research, not a good look. Ashkenazi Jews are definitely
somebody else.
Jews, despite any debunked hypotheses that claim otherwise. In a world with limitless information at our fingertips, it's our responsibility
to be when you talk about research and there's information at our fingertips, that's the truth, okay? And see, that's what's happening. You're being exposed. That's why I believe, was it a Rockefeller that said that we should have never created the internet?
Was it J? I think it's J. What's his name? J.D. Rockefeller. I believe that's what he said.
Okay, yeah, he said that. We basically messed up by creating the internet.
Which really, the Lord put the spell on you to do it, because that was the avenue the Lord was going to use to get this truth out throughout the four corners of the earth, man.
But that's pretty much what this video.
God. Because the scripture tell you the truth should be pushed throughout the four corners, then shall the end come. That's how that's what the Lord used to push this truth throughout the four corners of earth, the internet, man.
Yep.
You know? So we ain't have to. Shit, I ain't have to go to New York to find out the truth. I seen the elders on the internet
Yep.
in New York.
Yep, and that's where we get all our information, and that's what do they call it right now? A war on information.
Mm-hmm.
According to this government here, it's a war on information, and they're losing that war because truth just keeps getting bombarded. Every time they do something, truth, that one lie that comes out, now they got, for lack of words, 5 truths hitting them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That one lie comes out, 5 truths expose it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a rap basically for you Edomites, man. That's all it is. And you got people like this guy, making videos, because clearly he's an Ashkenazi Jew.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's making this video, trying to defend his people. Because really, what's happening is these what does it say in the scriptures? They complain of an ungodly father.
Yeah. Sirach.
All right. What happened is you've been sold a lie your damn selves.
Yep.
You especially these Amalekites, these fake Jews.
You find out you inherited lies.
You inherited lies, and now you're confused. You either accept it and you're pushing lies, or you're trying to fight it. You're trying to fight the truth because you're like, oh no, this can't be true. Like, what? My grandpa survived in Ashkenazi.
Yeah.
He was there. They're all messed up. Okay, but look, at the end of the day, look, you're not the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You're the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Esau.
So
that's the end of the day.
That's it. And scriptures say, well, some did not believe. Should their unbelief make? They ain't stopping it for being the truth just because you don't want to believe it, man.
Yep.
All right. And you're gonna find out. The Lord gonna make it be known what the truth is.
Yeah. At the end of the day, truth shall stand.
Yeah.
So we'll find out, right? Say,
Yeah.
hey, they believe this is the truth. Okay, we'll see at the end of the day.
Yeah.
All right. But got anything else?
No, that's it.
Well, pretty much, that's it. We hope this was an edifying lesson. And, with that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Also, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you brothers out there. Shalom and a Baba Ball.
That's it.